Hey everyone, it's Rajiv and welcome back to my channel Rajiv's Reviews. In this video, I'm going to be giving my book review of Legend of Suheldev, the King Who Saved India by Amish Tripathi. I'm just going to give a very brief synopsis of the story because I want to focus more on my opinions of this book. It's 1025 AD and India is being invaded by Mahmud of Ghazni and the Turks. These invaders take advantage of the God-fearing Hindus and their customs, and they plunder the temples and they kill the innocents just so that they can bring the fear into the people and divide them. When they destroy the sacred Shiva temple in Somnath, King Suheldev's brother Maladev is killed in the battle. So Suheldev steps up and takes charge to save the land from the invaders, and basically this whole book is just about that. Before I get into the problems that I had with this story, I want to say everything that I liked about the book. This book had its moments and it's actually pretty good. It's not that bad. However, I wouldn't say that it is the best book that I have read by the author. There are some moments which I really enjoyed in the story. The main thing which I really liked about this story is how the author emphasizes that we as Indians are united as one country, no matter how separated or divided we might look from the outside with our different castes and religions. The book is also written in a very nice and simple manner, and it's a relatively short read. So even if you are not an avid reader or English is not your first language and you want to read a book which will improve your English, then you can definitely pick this book because it is pretty good. There are also some very interesting characters who I liked in the story, like Ashwaghosh, the monk, and Aslan. There is this mystery element that surrounds them, which is probably why I really like them, and I thought it was one of the two main highlights of the book. In fact, I really liked Aslan as one of the main characters and the whole mystery surrounding who he really is. Rishabh is also a very nice character who I enjoyed reading, and I felt like we didn't see enough of him, and I thought he was one of those characters who I would have liked to be more involved in. The second main highlight which I really liked was the relationship between Maqsood and Karen in the storyline. I'm pretty sure the author just included this element to arouse some controversy in the story. But I think it's about time that Indian fiction started being more progressive towards same-sex relationships. And I'm really happy that someone in the caliber of Amish Tripathi actually chose to include that in his novel. But these are probably the main things which I liked about this book because the rest of the story was very average. I have not actually read or seen any of the other reviews, so I don't know if this is just me, but being a fan of the Shiva trilogy and even Ravan from the Ramchandra series, I had very high expectations on this book. When Amish published his very first book, The Immortals of Meluha, it was a game changer for Indian fiction because nobody had come up with the whole concept of Indian fiction mythology for the new generation. So it was something new, exciting, and fresh at that time. But now we have so many other amazing, talented authors like Kevin Missel and Anand Neelakantan and Vineet Bajpai who have put their own mark in this genre, and they have actually set the bar much higher than what Amish had started off with. And having set the expectations so high, I was really disappointed because this book just did not have that spark which Amish had in his very first few novels. And there was just something missing. I don't know if it's because of the new trend that started with this book, where he's mentioned that this book was written by a bunch of ghostwriters and it's an association of writers novel or something like that. But I feel like there were a lot of people who put their own ideas into the story, and it just diluted the whole style that Amish is famous for. If this was actually written by a newbie author, I would have probably enjoyed it much more. I mean, the story is predictable, it's nice, it's average. If you have actually read a few other Indian mythology books, then this is very similar to the same concept. Even half of the main characters like Suheldev and Tomashi and Govardhan and Abdul, they are the exact same stereotypes as the characters from the Shiva trilogy with just different names and without the exciting plots included. And speaking of Tomashi and Suheldev, why did the author have to include the whole romance between the two of them? It was so unnecessary. The author had no reason to include it, and they were perfectly fine even with a platonic relationship and could have even looked at each other in just a brother or sister way. The romance is so random and forced, and it added no value to the plot whatsoever. A tip to any authors out there: it is not important or required to have a romance in every book that you write, especially if it does not progress the characters or progress with the plot or the storyline in any manner. So, anyway, that is my opinion of the legend of Suheldev, the king who saved India. I give this book a rating of 3 out of 5 stars because it's not bad at the end of the day. It's still pretty good, but it's just not what I was expecting. If you enjoyed watching this video, then please do like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, take care, stay safe. Bye.